Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night of Baker County Wildcat football here from Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Getting ready here. The stadium's getting packed, ready for another Wildcat football game here in McClenny, downtown. The Wildcats of Baker County getting set to take on Palm Bay. Palm Bay from Melbourne, Florida, coming up tonight to take on the Wildcats in a non-district showdown. Wildcats fresh off of a loss last week here at home to open the season against Bradford. Wildcats fell 13-7 last week to the Tornadoes. Tough, hard-fought, physical ball game, defensive game, came down to the wire. Tornadoes proved to be too much for the Wildcats last week here at home. Tough ball game. Wildcats hopefully rebounded from that, getting ready to take on this Palm Bay team tonight. Bring in my partner, Kyle Davis. Kyle, welcome back for another night of Wildcat football here. Enjoyed having you with me last week. Looking forward to tonight. Kyle, shaking off a loss from last week against a rival in your first game of the year. How much of that carries over into practice this week as the Wildcats get set to take on Palm Bay?
It's always tough to lose to a rival, Mike, but I think if you can bring the same intensity you brought last week, and that's going to be the question tonight. I think the offense, start with the offense, needs to find what they like doing and start doing it and have some success early, get some traction under their feet, and kind of figure out what they're going to be this year. This is a good game to do it against this Palm Bay team. Defensively, you got to find out if you can bring it every week. They bring it like they did last week. I think we're in for a great year for the Baker County Wildcats.
Both of these teams tonight, playoff teams from a year ago. Palm Bay, they were 7-4 a year ago. They lost in the first round. The Wildcats, 8-4 a year ago. They lost in the third round of the playoffs to the same team we lost to last week, Bradford and the Tornadoes. So the Pirates are going to come in here from Palm Bay looking to get their first win. They lost last week 44-0 to another Melbourne team last week. So they're looking for a win. The Wildcats need a win. Both of these teams really need a win to get their season moving in the right direction tonight. So when we come back in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about that and what it's going to take for the Wildcats to win the game tonight, Kyle. And, here's the thing. You got, like you said, that intensity they played last week, we felt it. We felt the energy in the stadium. Tonight, you can already tell, it's hot. Crowd's a little late getting here. Will that same intensity be here when the ball kicks off tonight? I don't know. We'll see. But offensively, you got to have a plan. Defensively, you got to have a plan. I feel like talking with the coaches this week, they feel good about the plan that we've got going, so it's all about execution from here.
That's it. We'll see what we bring to the field tonight.
All right, well, we're going to send it back to the station. My buddy John Meadows and Corey working the booth back there at Glen Baptist tonight, and we're going to take about a 3-minute break here for the national anthem, and we'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction and remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Look down on the field for the Wildcats as the captains come out tonight. Kyle, you don't need to look any further than these three. Davion Dean, number 0, Kanias Williams, number 5, and Philip Jackson, number 9. Those are three of the guys the Wildcats look to make some plays trying to get a win here on Game 2, 2024 Baker County Wildcat Football. We're here at Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida, set to bring you all the action. I'm Mike Cruz, joined by my buddy Kyle Davis, and we got off to a little bit of a rocky start last week, Kyle, 13-7 at home against Bradford. But I tell you what, it was a great football game to watch, especially if you like defense. Both defenses came to play. It was a battle of field position in the first half, and you just thought somehow if we could get to the locker room with no score in the game, we had a real good shot. We let Bradford score right there before the end of the first half, make it 7-0, and that's where it stayed for a long time, you know. And you start thinking about things, you know, and you go back and you talk to the coaches, and they knew we had opportunities, right? We had opportunities. And you work on those opportunities this week. We didn't play a district game last week against Bradford. We won't play a district game until second half of the season. So you got to get some momentum, though. You want to start tonight, get a win here at home, see some things positive, and then build on that as you go through the next few weeks.
Yeah, you do, Matt. We're going to start on defense tonight, and I thought that's where they played with a lot of heart last week. So the question I asked you last week, can we bring that every week? If we bring that every week, they're going to be hard to score on, man. So we're going to get to see it right off the bat right here.
Well, that's, you know, Kyle, that's so funny that you say that, because that's what football teams deal with every week, right? It doesn't matter if it's high school, pee-wee, NFL, college. When you talk about a team, you know, you all your buddies, you sit around during the week and you say, hey, man, the Gators were flat this weekend. That's why they almost lost. You know what I mean? You hear them talking about being flat, but it's what you're talking about. You got to be able to match the intensity where your team is at their peak. You know, your team performs its best. You know, Kyle, you're too young to know this. If you ever go back and watch some of the speeches that Bear Bryant did, you know, Bear Bryant, for all the, you know, the luster that Bear Bryant gets and the fact that he's, you know, in the Alabama, he's Alabama football, right? You got Bear Bryant. But if you go back and watch some of the videos and the things that he taught, this man was a genius, okay? And he talked about that. And he didn't call it the same thing we're calling it. He didn't call it intensity. He didn't call it that. He said if this lineman on his best day is 90% guy, and the guy across from him on his best day, he's a 70% guy. But on today, this 90% guy plays at 70%, and that 70% guy found a little extra and plays at 80%. Well, guess what? The Eagles things up. That's exactly right. And you talk about that across the full 11-man spectrum, and that's what you get. And so that's why people say, well, that they weren't supposed to be as good as them. How'd they beat them? Well, it's because it's competitive, Kyle, and competitiveness, adrenaline, intensity, that brings out things that you don't normally see, right? And
no doubt. It's easy to show up against Bradford County. Can you show up against this Palm Bay team that got blew out last week? Well, we're going to find out what this team's really made of tonight, I think. I mean, really more so than what we did last week.
Wildcats come out tonight with black pants, red jerseys with the white helmet. Palm Bay, the black pants trimmed in red with the white jerseys trimmed in black numeral with the black helmet. They are the Pirates. The Pirates from Palm Bay. If you don't know where that is, that's down there in Melbourne, Florida, along the eastern seaboard as you get below Daytona, along I-95. But Palm Bay is going to receive. The Wildcats won the toss, deferred to the second half. So we're going to put the defense on the field first. Same thing we elected to do last week. The defense came to play last week. Let's see. Brock Boatwright's got it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we're ready to go. We've got a football game here at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff comes down around the 20-yard line. Palm Bay will take it from there. We got a tackle made. Kennedy's on the scene, and he's going to be tackled right away at the 22-yard line. Keyshawn Kennedy down there on the special teams tackle for the Wildcats. So the Pirates will start at their own 23 to get the game going.
Yeah, it's a great play by Kennedy right there. Little pooch kick down the right side, and we covered it very well.
Palm Bay comes out first down and 10. Wildcat defense across the front. Phillip Jackson right there in the middle. You see to the right, Owen Hodges. He was the player of the game last week, Gibson McDonald player of the game, and he had a great football game a week ago. Keep an eye on him. Johnson on the other end, or he's going to line up beside Hodges. Here we go. First down and 10. Palm Bay from the 23-yard line. They're going to line up with three receivers to the right, one backfield, one back in the backfield. The quarterback is Christian Gonzalez. He takes the snap, going to swing one to the right side. The Wildcats are all over it. He's going to lose 3 yards. He catches the pass coming out of the backfield, but the Wildcats all over it. They string it out. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Case Foster, man, great play. Little swing pass. He comes up and just reads it all the way and makes a great tackle. Lose 3 yards there.
Talking with the Wildcat coaches this week, they said they're going to have a hard time running the football against us with their offensive line. Look for them to use the swing passes. They went there to start with, Kyle, and it went 3 yards backwards. Second down, 13. Two receivers right, two to the left. High snap, going to hand it off, and the running back is going to be hit. Owen Hodges, the player of the game from a week ago, along with Chase Phillips back there, and a flag comes down late, but the Wildcats got him behind the line of scrimmage for 5 yards. I don't know what the flag is, but it looks like a dead ball flag.
Sure, it's not a personal foul, man. I don't mind it, though, to be honest with you, Mike. Play with emotion again, man. Come out. Come out with the same emotion you played with last week.
They are going to call a personal foul against the Cats. That was a big loss. It would have been about a 4-yard loss on top of the 3-yard loss.
I don't know what he did. I didn't see anything. I don't know if he got the face mask or what.
I didn't see it either, but they're going to mark it all the way out to the 32-yard line. So after those two losses on the play, they'll get to redo second down, and they'll be only looking at second down and 1. So Wildcat defense would have had them in about a 3rd down and 18, Kyle. That wipes it out with the penalty, and here we go, second down and 1. Second down play. Gonzalez calls for it. Handoff straight ahead. We're going to push him back again. Hodges there, along with Seth Chestnut, along with Phillip Jackson. Those three combined to meet the running back in the backfield, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, they're going to have a hard time running the ball tonight, Mike. These DBs better get ready because I think their only chance is going to be to throw it.
That's what we were talking about this week with the coaching staff. They said they're going to have to go to those swing passes out of the backfield, and to his credit, the coach has said this Gonzalez kid that plays quarterback runs that offense very well. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go. We're going to have a 3rd down. They bring in a little bit of a different package here, checking in 4 guys. They're going to run with a little bigger package up front, less receivers. So they're going to try to get this 1st down. Let's see what they do. 3rd down play. Quarterback under center this time, and we're going to get a flag down. It could be timeout.
Yeah, timeout. They went with a power package there, which the timeout's the best thing they could have did because they're not going to run the ball at us.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. You need about 3.5, 4 yards here to pick up on 3rd down. They can run that swing pass offense. I'm thinking you got to try to get a guy to the edge. That's your chance here. But they call timeout. They burn one early. We've got 10:07 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here. And Kyle, want to give a shout out to the guy that has been with me for the last 10 years or so, my buddy Jackie Baker. You talked to Jackie lately?
I talked to him yesterday, man. He's laid up at the beach right now, I guess. He said it's the first time in 10 years he can go do something on a Friday night. So I said, man, go enjoy yourself. As long as Michael let me, I'll come take care of it for you. So I'm just glad to be back. It may be the first time in 10 years that he's been able to do something on a Friday night. Well, that's what that guy's at the beach a lot. Yeah, well, he is at the beach a lot. He definitely don't splurge on his vacation. All right, Jackie, hope y'all are having fun at the beach. Jackie's listening in tonight. I don't know what beach he's at, but Crescent Beach, I believe. Have fun down there. Third down and 4. In the shotgun now. They changed quarterbacks personnel. They're going to run a Wildcat option here, and the Wildcats say nothing doing. Phillip Jackson all over that one in the backfield. They're going to lose about 8 yards on the play, Kyle, and we're going to force some fourth down to punt here. Yeah, nobody touched 9. Phillip Jackson comes right through and blows it up for about an 8-yard loss. Well, let's talk about how good the Wildcat defense was on that series, Kyle. We gave them a 15-yard penalty, and they didn't get a first down. Yeah, we did. This defense has got a chance to be special. I like the intensity I'm seeing again out of them. Number 14 for Palm Bay is Martinez. He's going to drop around his 7-yard line for the punt. Chase Phillips is back for the Wildcats. He stands at midfield. Martinez, the ball skips back to him. He gets an end-over-end punt coming out of there, and it's going to take a Palm Bay roll across midfield. And I don't know why their guy standing right there, he decided to catch it, but that thing might have rolled 10 more yards. What was he thinking? I don't know. It would have rolled 10 more. It was hopping all the way down the field, and he picked it up. And Kyle, he knew it as soon as he did it. Did you see that? He gave that shake of the head like, what am I doing? You see the football, though, and you want to grab it. First down and 10, Cats from the 47, their own 47 here. We'll see Hudson register for the first time tonight, Wildcat quarterback. He's going to have one receiver out to the far left-hand side of the field. That's Rhett Roden, and 2 Wildcat receivers to this side. It's going to be Chase Phillips as one of the Wildcats here. And he's going to have Hudson Hodges lined up in the slot. I think this is a perfect time to establish an identity on offense, man. Figure out what you like doing and go do it. Now they're backing us up again. What's going on? Well, they just called another personal foul on the Cats. Man, that's 2 tonight, Kyle. 2 personal fouls against the Cats here. This one had to. I didn't see either one of them. I didn't even see the flag on the field. So find out, Gabe. Let's get some traction on offense. Find plays you like running, and let's figure out what we're going to be. Give your offense an identity this year. Well, here we go. Register now from the 31 after the 15-yard penalty. Register swings Davion Dean, Chase Phillips to the high side of the field, to the low side of the field, and then Rhett Roden, Hudson Hodges to the top. First down and 10. Call it the 32. Phillips goes in motion. The ball snapped. We're going to give it off to Williams. Williams running to the right side, and Williams doesn't get a block, and he's going to be hitting the backfield and drop back there for about a yard loss on the play. Wildcats trying to run the ball to the edge here, to the Wildcat sideline, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Yeah, we didn't block anybody right there, Mike. It was all, it blew up from the get-go. 2nd down play, Williams still in the backfield. Hudson Hodges blocking on the right slot. One receiver to the high side. That's Rhett Roden. 2nd down play, 2nd and 11. Davion Dean, Chase Phillips over here on the Wildcat side. That's the weak side of the field. 8:39 to go first quarter. The game just underway here. No score from Memorial Stadium. Palm Bay Pirates taking on the Baker County Wildcats. You got one-on-one with Roden if you want to take it up top. 2nd down play. Register is under pressure. He has to fire one off here to Davion Dean. A catch is made. He's going to get out to the 33. But good pursuit by the Pirates as they stop him there. Just a 2-yard gain on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Register had plenty of time that time to throw the football, Kyle, but he didn't have anybody to throw it to. At least that I saw. Did you see anybody open? I didn't. Third down coming up. 3rd down and 9. Register in the gun. Register takes the snap. Quick throw this time. He's got Chase Phillips. Chase Phillips met right here. Had his helmet on. A flag's going to be on the play for pulling his helmet off with the face mask, but then Chase Phillips had to be careful just to stop playing so he didn't get another flag, right? We talked about that last week. Same thing happened last week. Well, it should be a first down for the Wildcats there. Jackie said he's loud and clear in Crescent Beach, Kyle, so I'm glad you heard the shout-out, Jackie. Tell him to put some sunscreen on. Jackie, just a little note here. I was talking to my friend Mike Rogers earlier. You know, we talked about Mike last week a little bit. Mike's nephew, my buddy Scott Newsom's son, Baylor Newsom. He's playing for the Army football team. He's a guy, Baylor out of Bishop Kenny a couple years ago. Went to Army, West Point. He's up there playing for Army now. They're taking on Lehigh. Jackie, it's on CBS Sports Network. They're playing tonight. They're playing right now. They started at 6 o'clock tonight. I told Mike I'd give him a shout-out. He's at the game tonight watching Baylor play. And he wears number 21 for Army, so good luck tonight. The local kid, he's right there from Baldwin, Florida, played for Bishop Kenny. Good friends of ours, so good luck, Baylor, and good luck to the Army team. Yep, and thanks for your service. First down and 10 now, Wildcats after the penalty. He just yanked Chase Phillips' helmet off on that play. Phillips might have been able to run for the first down after that, but the play was ruled dead. First down now, Kanias Williams going to run it straight ahead this time, and now Williams finds a hole, and he's into Palm Bay territory down to the 42-yard line. So that's what we want to see, 11-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I think Kanias is in line for a big night tonight. We should dominate both lines of scrimmage, and they're running a three-man front, Mike. I mean, we're going to keep running the ball at that.
First down and 10 now. Register in the gun. Takes the snap quickly. Wildcats trying to run with some speed here. There's a pass across the middle. Hudson Hodges has got it. And a beautiful throw from Hudson Register to Hudson Hodges. The H&H connection down to the 13-yard line. What a throw and catch right there.
Yep, that's Hodges going up the seam, and Register looked at him and just put it right on the spot. Great throw. Great catch.
I'm going to tell you, that's the best ball I've seen Hudson throw this year and last year. Here we go, first down play. Hudson's going to call his own number. He takes the handoff inside, and Hudson's going to rumble down inside the 5-yard line, close to another Wildcat first down. I'll call it 9-yard gain until they mark the first down. They marked it, so give him 10, and they're going to hurry to the line again. First and goal from the 4-yard line, and they're going to blow it dead here. They call their second timeout, Kyle. They were all kind of confused. We were starting to run some hurry up there. We've got momentum. Register rumbles down to the 4-yard line, and we had first and goal, and we were about to go in for a touchdown. They call timeout.
Yeah, they're lined up in a 3-man front at the goal line right there. We walk it in. They don't have but one left, but it's probably another good timeout by them.
You get 3.5. It don't matter when you use them, but they probably saved themselves a touchdown there. Now, it doesn't mean they saved the touchdown all in all, but first and goal. So, a little bit sloppy there on the first two plays of this drive, Kyle, but we righted the ship. The coaching staff saw something there, said let's hurry to the line the next time. They sent Hudson Hodges down the middle, streak pass down the middle, and Register hits him in the numbers. A beautiful toss right there, and I tell you, that just sets the Wildcats up.
Yeah, Register starts a good ball, Mike.
Beautiful ball.
That was a very well-thrown pass.
Well, I'll tell you the story about how his dad learned how to throw a football. And then you might see the connection on how that beautiful pass may have somehow come from me, Kyle, if you want me to.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. First down and goal from the 4-yard line. Hudson Register in the gun. Now we've got two backs back there, Williams and Kennedy, left and right of the quarterback. Kennedy's going to get the carry, and he stumbled. He tripped over his own feet in the backfield, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be second and goal from there.
I think he's tripped over Register's foot right there, Mike. They got a little too close on the handoff.
I knew it was somebody's foot he tripped over, but he definitely tripped. Second down and goal. Register takes the snap this time, gives to Kanias Williams. Kanias fights through a tackle, and he gets to the goal line, and Kanias Williams takes it off left end and goes into the end zone for the first touchdown tonight. And Kanias Williams puts the Wildcats ahead 6-0. Kyle, I thought he was going to be stoned at the line of scrimmage, but he fought through that tackle.
Yeah, he broke two tackles to score that touchdown right there. It wasn't cleanly blocked, but he broke two tackles, and Kanias, being Kanias, walks it in the end zone.
Kanias definitely was not going to be arm tackled right there at the 5-yard line. He would not go down. The Wildcats with a 6-0 lead.
I love Boatwright. We got Boatwright for the extra point here. I got a lot of confidence in him, Mike.
Boatwright's a great kicker, and let me tell you, you saw it last week, and you see it here again tonight as he splits the uprights on the first point after try. He's got a strong leg, and Brock Boatwright gives the Wildcats a 7-0 lead. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Baker County Wildcat football on 97.5 WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Burkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Burkins at Burkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BurkinChevy.com.
Come on.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Wildcats of Baker County doing battle with the Pirates from Palm Bay, from Melbourne. The Wildcats on top right now, 7-0. 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats scored on their first possession. Kanias Williams goes in from 5 yards out. Wildcats put together a good drive, a 69-yard drive. It took the Wildcats about 5 minutes on the clock to score the touchdown. Key play in that drive, the big pass from Register to Hodges down the seam, and set the Wildcats up deep in Pirate territory, and they punched it in from there. And here we sit, Kyle, 1st and 10 for Palm Bay from the 20-yard line, and the Wildcats up 7-0.
Yep, that's number 4 again on the tackles. We missed the kickoff, but four's making plays on special teams right now for the Wildcats. That's 2 tackles in a row, Keyshawn Kennedy.
From the 20-yard line, Gonzalez, the quarterback in there, number 7, he takes the snap, looking to throw. Straight drop, he's under pressure. They're going to run a little middle screen. It's going to be caught. But he is hammered right when he catches it. He's going to wish he didn't. Phillip Jackson got the big hit. There might be a holding call on this.
It should be a holding, and Phillip Jackson made him pay for catching that little screen over the middle.
What a hit. Those middle screens can be effective, but when you're the guy catching it and you know that you've got an aggressive secondary coming up, and Phillip Jackson plays on the line, but he was back there, and let me tell you, we had a couple of guys that went through the line, but Phillip Jackson stayed home. He saw the guy catch the ball right in the middle of the field, Kyle, and he just laid the wood.
Yeah, he blew it up.
Holding call on Palm Bay is going to back them up to the 10-yard line, so a 10-yard penalty here would be 1st down and 20. And Palm Bay has not been able to go anywhere with the ball so far. This is their second series. Gonzalez in the shotgun. Straight drop this time. He's under pressure, has to get rid of it, and Chase Phillips has coverage over there. And ball falls incomplete on the far sideline. He just didn't have time to get the timing down with the receiver there.
Yeah, that was good coverage over there by Chase Phillips. They're getting pressure on this quarterback. He don't have much time to throw the ball now.
Now the Wildcat defense up front, solid. We talked about all these guys, Phillip Jackson, Owen Hodges, the way they've been playing football this year, Seth Chestnut back there, Kel Cruz, Case Foster, all these guys, man. And now as I'm talking good about them, Kyle, we get a little hard count there from the quarterback, and we're going to give them 5 yards.
So he got our boy Phillip Jackson on that one, I believe.
It always happens when you talk good about the team, and then all of a sudden you get those penalties. But offsides on the defense, it's still 2nd down and a long 15 for Palm Bay. Gonzalez in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Going to take a straight drop, fires across the middle. Kel Cruz on the coverage, and the ball knocked away there. It'll be 3rd down and 15 as that one falls incomplete. Trying to run just a slant there. Cruz had great coverage.
Great coverage by Cruz. I mean, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's a linebacker playing out there in the slot. It's a tough job from him that they're asking him to do, but great coverage right there.
While I'm thinking of Kel Cruz there, I'll give a shout-out to his grandpa, Mr. Phil Cruz. He had surgery this week. I was talking to him, and I'm assuming if he has surgery this week, he might be listening to us tonight. So, Mr. Phil, if you're listening in there, that was good coverage and a good play by Kel right there. He had coverage on the receiver coming on the slant.
Yeah, I seen him at the co-op the other day. He said it was his last day. He had Mr. Donald Wilford filling in for him, right?
So there you go. Third down and 15. They try to hand the ball up the middle, and Phillip Jackson blew that up. And this play is going nowhere, and it's going to be fourth down. They're going to have to punt it away again. Yeah, that defense is flying all over the place right now. They can't block us. So I would expect to see some turnovers in that and some scores by this defense, I can tell you. They cannot block us at all right now. Yeah, have you been experiencing the line up there at the co-op this year?
No, I hadn't. Actually, my lovely wife again, Mike. She takes care of that. She has this year. It's new to her. It's usually me.
Chase Phillips drops back to midfield here for the punt.
She's been filling in subbing, so she's having to go anyway right now.
Martinez back there inside the 5, and this time he gets a little better punt off. It's going to take a Palm Bay roll again. Phillips backs away, and we're going to let the ball roll down here to about the 39-yard line, call it the 40-yard line, and the Cats will have decent field position, first down and 10 from the 40. 4:18 to go in the first quarter.
That had to be called, Mike. Phillips could have come up and called that ball. I don't know if it was called from the sidelines to get away before the punt or what, but they got an extra 15 yards out of that roll because Phillips didn't come catch the ball. But it looks like to me that he was told not to catch it.
That's one of those things we talk about from over the years, man. Me and David Crummy used to talk about it. Me and Jackie used to talk about it. If we're going to put a guy back there, let him go get it. You know? You get 15, 20 yards on the roll sometimes, so you'd like to see somebody just stop it. Just stop it. Catch it. First down and 10. Register takes the snap, going to give it to Kanias Williams. He's got a hole. He gets across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. So Williams picks up 8 yards on first down. Good job that time. Williams hit the hole quickly, and now second down and 2.
Something broke on Kanias. He's holding his hand, Mike. I hope he's not hurt.
Maybe just something with his glove there. We'll check on him. Second down and 2, passes to the left side. Hudson Hodges has got it, and Hodges races upfield, and he's going to get the first down across midfield and into Palm Bay territory down to the 44-yard line. Just a quick hit over there. Hudson Hodges on the catch and run.
Yeah, just a little screen on the left side right there, and Hudson catches it. Good throw by Register. Another first down for the Wildcats.
Hudson Hodges, just a sophomore, I believe, on this football team. Good-looking kid. Couple of nice catches early on. First down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. The Wildcats give it to Kennedy this time, and Keyshawn Kennedy's going to take it down to the 43-yard line. Couple of tough yards that time running. It'll be second down and 8. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Wildcats try to hurry up here. 3:07 to go.
I got to take a shot here. You second and 8. You got one on. They're playing man on your guys on the edges. Throw the ball up one time.
3 minutes to go in the quarter. Register gets them to come into the neutral zone here. So Kennedy picked up 2 yards on first down, and we're going to get 5 yards to go with it. So instead of second and 8, it's going to be second down and 3. You like it when you get those free 5s.
Oh, yeah. That's the nice thing. What do you think about the white helmets? You like the old school Wildcat helmet?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the helmet. I like it. The sticker looks good. The BC logo on the side, I like it. Second down. Register, straight drop, under pressure. Register's going to get sacked. He just danced a little too much right there, Kyle. He had an option to get out of there early, and he stayed in the pocket, and the coverage caught up with him. He gets sacked in the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9.
And that's something he's going to learn, Mike. Hey, if you can't see what you're looking for, get going, man.
Yeah.
Take it. Get what you can get.
Yeah, first instinct right there. If he would have gone, he had plenty of room to run.
Big third down, 3rd and 9 here.
3rd down and 9. Register in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Straight drop. Throws one across the middle. Catch is made by Dean. Dean cuts upfield at the 30 to the 25. Davion Dean on his feet to the 20. Fighting. And gets down to the 18-yard line. He wouldn't be tackled good. Good job by Davion Dean and a good throw from Hudson Register. And the Cats are going to have a first down.
Yep, that's just a little slant route, man. Register puts it on Dean's numbers, and Dean does the rest. He runs for another 15 after the catch.
First down, Cats. Call it the 18, 19-yard line here. Good catch and run by Davion Dean that time. He'll get a breather here. Chase Phillips in there. Hudson Hodges and Keyshawn Kennedy in the backfield. We need to keep an eye on Canias here. First down play. This is going to be Hudson Hodges running the football to the middle of the field, and he's going to carry it down to around the 14, a 5-yard gain on first down.
It looks like Canias is ready to go back in over there, man. He was looking at his finger. I don't know if it was a jam thumb or something. It was something with his hand.
But it didn't look too serious, so hopefully he's good to go. Second down, call it 5. Hudson Hodges carried the ball that time. He's caught the ball a couple of times tonight. Now Register calls his own number, a little read play up the middle, and it's going to be down to around the 11-yard line. Third down play coming up. Wildcats should be in 4-down territory here. We need 3rd down and 2, Kyle.
Yeah, that was a good read by the Register right there. It was going to be lost yards in the backfield if he hands that ball off.
7-0 Wildcat lead here, and we've got an equipment problem for one of the Palm Bay guys. Official timeout over there as he's going to have to run off the field. Helmet issue over there, so the Cat offense stays on the field. Not a full timeout here. We're down to 41 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Wildcats at home tonight in front of the crowd here. 7-0 Wildcat lead. And now the Wildcats get set. 3rd down and 2. Register takes the snap. Going to give it on the jet sweep. Jet sweep running to the middle of the field. That's Nick Williams, and Nick Williams is going to pick up close to the first down yardage. I think he got it by maybe a yard down to the 8, and it should be 1st and goal Wildcats.
See 1st and goal here. We'll see if we bring Canias back in here and run it right at him.
They're going to keep the same personnel, go no huddle here. Register along with Keyshawn Kennedy and Hudson Hodges to his right here in the backfield. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Register takes the snap, going to give it to Kennedy. Kennedy's going to fight his way inside the 5. Kennedy down to the 3-yard line, hard running that time to the 2. He picks up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
It's going to take us to the end of the quarter, Mike. We're going to switch sides before we score a touchdown here.
There you go. Wildcats will have it 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. We're going to take a 1-minute end of quarter timeout here. We'll come back in a moment. The Wildcats up 7-0 on Palm Bay. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
On the start of the second quarter, the Wildcats are going to go 2nd down and goal. They're going to line up in a power formation, and Hudson Hodges gets the carry, and Hudson Hodges takes it 2 yards for the Wildcat touchdown. And just like that, the Wildcats now 2 touchdowns on the board, take a 13-0 lead against the Palm Bay Pirates.
And I don't think Hudson was touched right there, Mike. I think he walked in. So not to be outdone by his older brother, Cooper Hodges, which is in the stands tonight, I think. So we'll see if we can get him up here in a minute.
Brock Boatwright to kick the extra point. Just underway second quarter here in McClenny, Florida, downtown McClenny. The sun finally going behind the trees here tonight, giving the Wildcat fans some relief and a little shade. It's been hot this afternoon, but the Wildcat offense is hot right now. 2 touchdowns early, and the Wildcats take a 14-0 lead as Boatwright booms it through the goalpost, Kyle. And
Boatwright's automatic. He's not going to miss many this year. He can't. He looks like that Fitzgerald kid from Florida State.
Well, I tell you,
we'll talk about that later. I got a little crow to eat, so we'll wait till halftime gets there.
I'm all about letting you have an opportunity to talk, and it'll be fun. it'll be fun. We'll talk about it. I'll let you get it out of the way, but yeah, Brock Boatwright doing a great job right now. Wildcats on top, 14-0. So let's take a little report card, progress report, whatever you want to call it, Kyle. We talked about intensity, right? You got to play with intensity. Well, maybe the stadium energy level and the crowd and the team, maybe the intensity level is not where it was a week ago. However, the defense is doing exactly what they did last week. Palm Bay doesn't have any yardage. No, they are. Defense coming out looks like the same defense I was saying. That's what tells you. I mean, you can't measure pride, Matt. What are you going to play every week for your school? Are you going to play every week for your county? It's easy to do it against Bradford County. Can you do it against these Palm Bay teams? And right now, the Wildcats are answering the bell now. Yeah, I like it. The defense came to play. Palm Bay doesn't have a first down tonight. They punted the ball twice on 2 possessions, and now they're going to get it back another time. A good kickoff from Boatwright here. He angles it to the left corner. Did it go out of bounds? Boatwright, I was talking good about you. It went out of bounds right before the pylon. Well, he was angling it toward that corner down there. I thought it was going to get through the end zone, but it just goes out of bounds. So Palm Bay gets the ball about the 30-yard line to start here. First down and 10, maybe the 35. I don't know where they put it on the penalty anymore. 35. 35 at least. I think it's 40 in college, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's either the 35 or the 40. They change the rules all the time, but they hadn't changed this one. I just can't never remember it. What about the new clock rules in college? You like the 2 minute stoppage and all that? That's fine. You know, the thing that I don't like is I liked it when you could count on the fact that if the play was out of bounds, the clock stops and it doesn't start again until the next play. Well, that's over. That's been over with. So now, I know. It's not new. I'm just saying, ever since they made that change, Kyle, I'm just not happy with it. It seems like in some games, the quarter's over before you can blink, and I don't like that. I like the teams to have a bunch of possessions between them, First down and 10, Palm Bay. They've had 2 possessions so far. They've got no yards against this Wildcat defense, and they've had to punt it twice. No first downs, no yards. They changed the quarterback here, going to run a little Wildcat look, and he's going to get some yards. He gets out to the right side and fights his way all the way to the 43-yard line, an 8-yard gain on first down. That's a nice play by Rhett Roden coming up from the safety position right there. We had him probably stuff for a 2-yard gain, missed a tackle right there, but good play by Roden. What's the number on that quarterback that checked in, Kyle? You got one? It is number 8. I believe, Mike. So that's going to be Fighter. Yep. Dual Fighter Jr. is in there. And he ran one of those Wildcat plays earlier on, but now he's in there for good because Gonzalez is off the field for this series at least. Second down and 2. Fighter takes a snap, going to hand it off in the backfield this time. He was hit in the backfield, but they get away from the tackler, and he's going to get right to the first down sticks. And that was Wildcat Jeremiah Mitchell hit him in the backfield first. Just couldn't quite bring him down there. He works ahead for 2 yards. It'll be first down, Palm Bay. Their first down of the night. Mitchell slowed him down the backfield. Couldn't quite bring him down. Then Chestnut cleaned it up. So, hey, first down, 10 minutes into the second quarter. Oh, yeah, you'll take it. You'll take it. They had to show a different look to get it. So, here they are. They put in Dual Fighter Jr. Got a good name, though, not? Yeah, it's a cool name. Dual Fighter Jr., number 8. Palm Bay Pirates. Look at this guy. Look at this 10. He's 6'8" over here on big kid. First down handoff this time fools nobody. The Wildcat defense all over the running back for Palm Bay as he gets through the line of scrimmage for maybe a yard and a half. It'll be second down and a long 8. That was Chestnut again. Mike blew it up. Nice play by Chestnut in the middle. Hey, they have a number 10 out here at wide receiver, Christopher Lloyd. He is every bit of 6'4", going against Chase Phillips. Yeah, he's a big kid out here. Looks like a young guy, but they got Roden shaded this way. But it's a big height advantage out here. Second down 8. Fighter in the shotgun here. 4 receiver set. They've got 3 to the high side of the field, and you called it number 10 over here, Christopher Lloyd on our side. Fighter's just going to run it himself, the quarterback keeper, and he's not going anywhere. Fighter is brought down in the backfield. The Wildcats string that defensive line all the way out there. And Fighter was looking for ways to cut up, but he had nowhere to cut. It'd be third and 10. Cale Cruz, way to come up, man, make a play. Contain the edge right here and make a play. Third and 10. Let's get off the field on third down. Right. Third down and 10 now, Palm Bay. They've only got 1 first down tonight. This is their 3rd possession of the night. Mike Rogers finally listening, and he said Florida State needed that clock rule.
We'll get on all that at halftime.
We gave him a shout-out earlier, Kyle. He must not have heard it.
No, he's late to the radio.
Listening now. 3rd down and 10. Fighter takes the snap, going to swing one out here to the right side. The receiver is going to be hitting the backfield. Case Foster is going to bring him down. Mitchell turned him upfield, and it's going to be a 4-yard loss, and that's going to be another punt coming for the Pirates.
Yeah, you had Mitchell, Cruz, Case Foster, man, they all just collapsed on that little screen. Basically, it was a swing pass out of the backfield, and it was just completely destroyed.
I mean, if you're keeping a stat book over there, it goes as a rush. You threw it backwards, but exactly what you said, toss play, swing pass, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's a 4-yard loss, and it's going to be 4th down. They punt it away. Chase Phillips is going to go back to his 30. Now, you see this time if the coaches are waving him off or not. Let's see what happens.
Catch the punt, man. I hate them 3 yards.
The punt is a low spiral. It's going to come down around the 40-yard line. It takes a wildcat roll and checks up right there, so no extra roll this time, and it'll be 34-yard line, 1st down for the Cat offense.
Yeah, I think what the coaches seen watching film, Mike, is the punter can't really punt it that far, so they say get out of the way.
That's probably about as accurate as you can be right there. Kyle, the Wildcats have 2 Larry Birkins touchdowns tonight. What would Larry say about that?
Come on, what he'll say about that. Come on one more time. Larry Birkins, I actually bought my car from Larry. David Slitt and them guys down there, man, you can't beat them. They're the best around. So go see Larry Birkins at Larry Birkins Chevrolet.
He loves Wildcat football, loves to be a part of it. You look out there, you'll see Birkins Chevrolet signs here right there on that big new pretty scoreboard out there in the east end zone, west end zone for the Cats. Hudson Register on 1st down, takes the snap, looks downfield. Now he dumps it down to Davion Dean, and Dean's going to run it upfield across the 45. Gets hit out of bounds, but no flag there, but a 13-yard gain on 1st down. You're right. He was looking downfield for the big play, but he dumped it down to Dean.
Yeah, they tried to do a little hitch and go here. They had the slot guy run a seam route. They was trying to fake it to Davion, but he went back to, hey, good job by Register. He wasn't comfortable throwing the ball at the seam right there and hit this guy for a 1st down. Safety route.
1st down and 10 Cats, 14-0 lead here in the 2nd quarter. 8 minutes to go. Hudson Register takes it, gives it to Chase Phillips. Chase Phillips has got an opening. He's at the 40, the 35, 30. Chase Phillips in the clear, down to the 15, the 10, makes a cut, and he's to the end zone. And that's a touchdown for Chase Phillips, and that's going to be 53 yards on the touchdown run out of the backfield for number 1.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. He's probably the fastest player on this Wildcat football team. When he breaks away, you're not going to run him down. Great blocking by the offensive line on this left side over here, and way to run it, Chase Phillips.
Well, you looked on the scoreboard, and you saw that Palm Bay gave up 44 last week to another Melbourne team down there, and you had to wonder, would our offense be able to do the same? Well, so far, so good, Kyle. 20 points on the board here, and we could add the 21st now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and add that. That's about right, Mike.
Hudson Register is going to hold. The snap is away. Register puts it down. Boatwright's kick is right down the middle, and you called it. It is 21-0. And I'll give you one more, Larry Birkins. What would he say about that touchdown?
Come on. Come see me.
Just come on, Wildcat fans. 7:42 to go in the first half here tonight, and the Wildcats are all over the Palm Bay Pirates here as we are midway through the 2nd quarter. I'm going to give you a score update here, Kyle. A couple of score updates. The Braves in the top of the 4th have a 3-0 lead on the Phillies. Now, that's important because you're a Braves fan, I'm a Phillies fan, but it's important because yesterday the Braves were 5 games behind the Phillies. The Phillies won last night, had a 6-game lead. This is an important series for that East Division crown. The Braves have won it a lot going back through the last few years. Any chance? They've 27 games after the night left. Can they run the Phillies down?
Oh, yeah, they're going to run them down. We lost a 4-0 lead the day before yesterday.
You said that confidently.
Yeah, I think we'll run them down. The Phillies are they're known chokers. So,
oh, my gosh. They've beaten the Braves out of the playoffs the last 2 years. Is that choking?
Yeah, we can go back further than 2 years if you want to, but you're right. They have the last 2 years.
I mean, recent history is what we're all about here. Give you a score update. I was talking about my buddy Baylor Newsome playing for Army, and they're up 21-7 on Lehigh at halftime. So Mike Rogers probably very happy right there as they're playing. I was telling some of my guys earlier, second on CBS Sports Network that game tonight. And looks like Army is well on their way to the first win of the year.
Yep. Well, good for Army, man. I always pull for them.
But if you stay with us, through the Florida Farm Bureau halftime report, Army's playing tonight. There's a bunch of games on tonight, but tomorrow there's some big ones, and we're going to talk about those. And there's another big one on Monday that you're going to be watching, and I'm going to be watching. We'll talk about that one. First down play, Gonzalez back in there. He looks to throw one to the far sideline. He had a receiver that was in the slot there, but he just couldn't quite connect with him, and it's incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, we was in a cover 2 there, Mike, and it looks like the guy kind of just got lost in the middle of that zone.
He was open for a minute, but that pass right there has got to be on the money, and it's just he threw it a little bit out of his outstretched hands. You got to be on time, and the pass has got to be there. You know what I mean? And if you're off on either one of those, then that pass is going to be incomplete. That one led him too far to the sideline, and it's going to be second down and 10.
This is the type of game, Mike, if you're a DB or a safety, man, you want to play in this game. You got quarterbacks just throwing the ball up. There's all kind of opportunities for interceptions out here.
Gonzalez in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. 1 man comes in motion now. Second down and 10. Gonzalez rolls to the right, looking downfield. He's going to fire one across the middle, and that's exactly what you were talking about. You should never throw one back across the middle of the quarterback, and the Wildcats had a chance there. It falls incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, it was Case Foster and Cale Cruz right there, man. It was almost intercepted there.
right when you started talking about it, and that's exactly the type of play you're saying, is he was rolling to his right, trying to throw it back across his body across the middle of the field, and that's danger zone.
Always dangerous.
7:25 to go, and the clock is stopping for Palm Bay. They didn't really want that, but 2 incompletions in a row. The clock's not going anywhere. Gonzalez, straight drop, fires one down the right sideline. He's got a man that's going to be picked off. Rhett Roden was reading it, and we got the interception, and Rhett Roden has a convoy, and he's going to go. 34-yard return on an interception, and Rhett Roden has scored the first defensive touchdown for the Wildcats of 2024.
Mike, I told you about having a few of them tonight. Rhett from his safety position right there, read that all the way, come across, picked it up, took it down the left sideline for about 35 yards for a touchdown. Great play by the young safety. Rhett's a sophomore, I believe.
He is.
Yeah. Great play, man. You got a lot of young talent on this team.
Yeah, Rhett was called on early last year to fill in at the safety with some injuries on the Wildcats, so he came up from the JV early on in the season last year, and I want to say it didn't take long. He led the team in interceptions for a long time last year. I don't know if he ended up with the lead, but he definitely had a number of them, and tonight in the second game gets his first of the year.
Boatwright.
And Boatwright's going to miss this one off to the left, so it's going to be 27-0 Cats after the miss.
Yeah, Rhett Roden actually had 8 or 9 interceptions. I'm not sure how many he had last year, Mike, but I told him I had 11 one year. He's trying to finish me. He's getting close, and 27 for a career, so he's got a long time to run me down.
I tell you what, he got that one, and he knew what to do with it after he caught it, and he kept his feet in bounds on the catch, and he had nothing but a wall of Wildcat blockers in front of him, 34 yards all the way to the house, and it's exactly what you called. You know, you wanted to be playing defensive back when the guy's throwing it up, and on that series they were bound and determined to throw the ball down the field, and the Wildcats had a couple of chances to intercept one, and Roden comes away with one.
Yeah.
Not only an interception, but a pick six.
Now it's impressive from the sophomore. Great play by Roden again.
So Kanias Williams has a 5-yard touchdown run. Hudson Hodges has a 2-yard touchdown run. And Rhett Roden has a 34-yard interception return.
Chase Phillips has a 35-yard touchdown run.
And Chase Phillips has a 35-yard touchdown run. So four different Wildcats have seen the end zone tonight. And 3 of those on offense and 1 on defense. How about that?
Like, I want one of them footballs and cheerleaders are throwing. They don't never throw them this far?
No, good luck, man. I've been, over the years, I've waved my hands, I stomped my feet, I try, but they don't do it. Unless you know one of them and ask them to bring one up here, that's the only way you're going to get it done.
Yeah, we'll try. I got some little ones at home. I want one.
But just, if you know one of them or you know their mama, just tell them, hey, I need one of those footballs, and they can walk it up here. But, we're not that far up here, but those are even smaller than the little ones they used to throw out. So
they are.
I don't think that one's coming up here.
Miniature footballs they got now. Defense back on the field, Mike. Let's see. Back inside the 10-yard line, so let's see what we can do. We may score again here on defense.
First down and 10 for Palm Bay from the 7-yard line. They put Fodder back in there again, and he's going to hand the ball off up the middle this time. 27-0 Wildcat lead here, 6:58 to go in the first half. Looking ahead on the Wildcat schedule, the Wildcats have traveled to Ponte Vedra next Friday night to take on the Ponte Vedra Sharks. Ponte Vedra last week, Kyle, looking back last week, they lost to Nice 24-7 last week.
Yeah, well, I think you said Tim Tebow was in the house. So Nice was pumped up, so we don't know what to expect. Now, Ponte Vedra is usually a pretty good football team now.
Yeah, big school over there in Ponte Vedra. I was expecting they were going to be tough, but now I don't know. You just don't know when you see these scores early on in the year. It takes a few weeks for everything to kind of shake out, you know. Second down, call it 9, Palm Bay. Only one first down tonight, and this time the snap goes through Fodder's hands, and he almost lost it in the end zone, had to throw it away there toward the middle. Ball's incomplete. It'll be third down.
It's a dangerous pass. Now he's spinning in the end zone, throws it over the middle. It could have very easily been picked off.
Well, it's bad enough when you got a ball hawking defense out there against you, number one, but number two, when you just pick the ball up and turn around and fling it, that leads to bad things. That's a recipe for disaster. And now on third down, the Wildcat DBs are going to be looking for one again, as it's going to be a passing situation here for sure.
They're going to have a hard time getting this play off. They're at 10 seconds, haven't even broke the huddle yet.
And they are down to their last time out of the half, but they don't carry over to the second half, so we'll see if they use one here. 2 on the play clock, now they call the timeout. So they had to call it late. If I'm the head coach right there, the worst that I get is half the distance to the goal line. Just at that point, just let it run out and keep that timeout in your pocket. What do you think?
I agree with you.
I mean, you're down 27-0. I don't know. I don't know if they're thinking about managing timeouts when you're down 27-0.
Probably the last thing on the line.
6 minutes to go in the first half. We want to thank John Meadows and Glen Baptist Church and my buddy Corey over there keeping us on the air here each and every week. Want to thank all the sponsors that make Wildcat football possible. You hear their commercials in the background, and we give them some shout-outs as we can during the night. And I tell you what, without the sponsors and all that money from these sponsorships goes back to the school athletic department. That's something that we're very proud of here. Want to give one of them a shout-out here real quick. Muncie Contracting LLC is your local choice for all your roofing and general contractor needs. Kyle, as a proud Baker County Wildcat sponsor, they offer free estimates, including but not limited to roofing repairs, replacements for shingles and metal roofs, new construction, remodels, and home additions, as well as pole barns. I told you, that pole barn thing, it gets me excited. Muncie Contracting, hometown name you can count on. Call Joe Muncie at 904-631-0720 or at the office, 904-259-2791. That's Muncie Contracting. Third down play, third down and 9. The quarterback, Gonzalez, is going to be sacked in the backfield. Phillip Jackson again, and he's dangerously close to the goal line, but it won't be a safety. But the punter is going to be all the way to the back of the end zone to get this punt out of there.
All right, these Palm Bay guys are going to have a long ride home tonight, man. They're just lit up right now. Chestnut just destroyed him again, and they're going to be sore tomorrow.
Going to be sore for sure, and this time the Wildcats are not even going to send Chase Phillips deep. They got Rhett Roden about halfway back at the 30-yard line just to see if we get a chance here. This punt's going to be dangerous for Palm Bay. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Wildcats all over the Pirates. It's 27-0 Cats. The punt does get out of there. Rhett Roden comes up and fields it at the 25. Roden on his feet to the 20. Roden to the 15. Roden a flag down. And Rhett Roden's going to get down close to the 10-yard line, but we're going to get some kind of block in the back here, Kyle, and it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's coming back, Matt. Blocking the back. I couldn't tell who it was.
I'll tell you one thing that I saw right there, though, that excites me, though. Did you see Rhett Roden come up to field that punt, Kyle?
I did. I like that, Matt. Somebody wants to come catch the football. I'm thinking the first two with Phillips, so I think the coaches told him to stay away from it.
Yeah. I don't think Phillips was backing away from it on purpose, but I think right there you saw Rhett Roden say, I can go get this football and make a play. They weren't telling him not to, so he did, and that's what you want to see on those punt situations.
He called it on the run. He was looking to score again, man.
He was. We got a penalty that brought it back just a little bit. We would have had it first and goal around the 10-yard line. That was a nice return from Roden, about 25 yards on the return, but after the penalty, we're going to mark it all the way back out to around the 29-yard line. They call it a holding, spot of the foul back over there around the 21-yard line. They'll put it down at the 31, I think. They're taking a long time to put the ball down. You're going to have the mid-quarter water break. It took so long, they said, well, let's just take a water break. Let's take a timeout with them. Wildcats 27, Palm Bay nothing. We'll be back in just 1 minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Sun finally sets, and we get a little bit of Friday night light action here at Memorial Stadium. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis bringing you all the action of Baker County Wildcat Football 2024. So far, all Wildcats. Second down play coming up. Keyshawn Kennedy's going to get the carry, and he runs it inside the 20. Kennedy down inside the 15, and Kennedy all the way down close to the 10-yard line, and flags come down after the play. I don't know who they're going to get on that one night, but it looks like us. Whoever it was egregious because 3 flags flew high in the air. And when you see the official throw it as high as they were throwing it, that means somebody did something wrong. Not sure who it was, but Kennedy's coming out of the game. Yeah. We absolutely, we're down here with 4 minutes left for the half trying to score again. We can't do that stuff like that, man. You got to play within yourself. Well, we've already had 2 personal fouls tonight. You know, and luckily you're ahead 27-0, and 27-0 ball game. You don't think the personal fouls hurt you too bad, but on that type of situation there, you're looking at being at first and goal from the 10-yard line, and now you move it back and you're at the 27-yard line, and it's going to be first down over. But I mean, we've had success moving the ball tonight, so it doesn't hurt you as bad in these games, Kyle. But 3 personal fouls in the first half tonight, you got to clean that up. Yeah. In games that are close, it's going to come down to doing stuff like that. You got Case Foster and Hodges in the backfield here with Register. Watch out, first down and 10. Register takes the snap. Wildcats are going to hand it off to Case Foster, and Case Foster is going to rumble down inside the 20-yard line down to the 18. When you got a 27-point lead, you can do a little bit of, things that you normally don't do. Put something on tape. Make somebody worry about Case Foster at back, running back next week. You think Davion Dean's begging for the ball right here by one-on-one? I would think he is. First down run for Case Foster, his first carry of the year, and now Case Foster, the only back in the backfield with Register. Register takes it, gives it to Foster again, and Foster says, give me the ball, takes it down inside the 20, down close to the 15-yard line, a 3-yard carry on that play. Harold Kennedy comes back in the game now, so Case going to check back out. Case, the son of Robbie Foster, he's one of our Wildcat sponsors here, Foster's Contracting, and one of our booster guys. They were down there cooking up some good chicken and rice. You get a chance to get some chicken and rice tonight, Kyle?
I did, Matt. Chicken and rice. I think Ken Slick cooked something up there. It was all good.
I talked to Kelly down there. He's been cooking the chicken and rice. He was hot. Kennedy on the carry this time, and he's trying to make up for that personal foul penalty. He picks up about 4 tough yards here. He's going to give it a Wildcat 3rd and 4 coming up. Kelly stopped me as I was walking in the stadium, said he had to go home and get a shower. He was so hot he was cooking that chicken and rice, and I didn't even get to try any, Kyle.
Really?
Well, I had to come up here, put all the equipment together.
You did. They was left there, Mike. We can get us a plate one.
All right. You just showed up at game time, I had to do all the work. 3rd down and 5, 2:35 to go in the half. Register looking to throw. Scrambles out. Register looking to throw. He looks to the back of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete to the corner back there, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag down here late.
I'm not sure what happened here. The flag was very, very late. I'm talking about after the play late.
Well, there's a lineman for Palm Bay that's injured on the play. We'll check on him, and we'll check on the flag. 2:22 to go in the half. That pass is incomplete, so the coach has got a choice here. It's going to be, well, we'll have to check the flag, but if it's 4th down, you're looking at 14-22. You're looking at a 31, 32-yard field goal for Boatwright. He's got plenty of legs for that. Or you could go for it. Or if it's penalty on Palm Bay, we might get a 1st down, but it looks like he's going to mark it off against us.
I don't know. He's talking to Mays. Let's see what I do there.
2:22 to go in the half. 27-0. The Wildcats on top. It's been a good night for the Cats so far, and so far over there in Philadelphia tonight, it's a good night for your Braves. 4-1. What do you think?
It's a lot of innings last night. I've seen us lose a 4-0 lead in the 8th 2 days ago. So
no, it was last night.
Oh, was it last night?
Yeah, Brandon Marsh hit a 3-run home run in the 6th inning last night, and then Castellanos hit a 2-run homer, and our bullpen just shut down your guys in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and 5-4 win for the Phillies. Now we'll see if they can do it again, but 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Phillies trying to. Well, here's the way that I look at it, Kyle. The Phillies had a 6-game lead to start the week. They played the Astros this week, and they played the Braves. I wrote down on my notes, I said the Phillies need to go 4-3 this week, right? You go 4-3, it's a successful week. Well, they took 2 out of 3 from the Astros. They won the first one from the Braves, so they're 3-1 this week. So if they win one more of this Braves series and they go 4-3 this week, they're really staying, they're staying about where they were. It's hard to catch up that way. It's hard to catch up that way. So that's, I'm not saying that's World Series winning baseball, but if they happen to win 2 more against the Braves and they go 5-2 this week, now that's looking good.
You're digging a hole if you're the Braves.
That's right.
They called a chop block there, Mike. They backed this up too. It'll be 3rd and 20.
Hudson Register takes the snap, looking to throw, fires one across the middle, and looking for Davion Dean, and
he threw that into triple covers, man. That was a tough one. That was a tough one for Dean to make. You had a guy breaking free, Chase Phillips, that down the seam that was open, but I guess Register didn't see him there.
4th down play, the ball was backed up after the chop block. You called it, but we're still going to send Boatwright in. Let's test his leg here. This is going to be from the 28. It's going to be close to a 45-yard field goal here, but we're going to send Boatwright in there and try it.
I think this is for later on in the year. Let's see what you guys got.
Hudson Register is going to hold it. The ball is going to be set down on the right hash at the 35-yard line. 45-yard attempt here for Brock Boatwright. They better hurry or they're going to get a delay. The snap is back, the set down, and the kick is on the way. It's going to be short, I think, Kyle. What you got?
Oh, it's good.
He made it. 45 yards from the right hash, and Brock Boatwright, he snuck it across the crossbar. What do you say? It was from 46, maybe?
Yeah, maybe 46. I told you my book a kick, though, man.
He makes that one, makes up for the extra point he missed a moment ago, and now a 30-0 lead for the Wildcats, and you like to see that. You like to see guys like Boatwright get a chance right there when you know you've got a decent kicker, and like you said, that gives Coach Mays some confidence. Boatwright's got confidence now. He just made that 45-yarder, and Mays can say, okay, there you go. I'm in a game where I need a 35, 40-yarder. I'm not going to hesitate.
I got a guy. And I'm telling you, Mike, I was looking at the play clock, man. It was down to 1 second. We're sitting here with 3 timeouts. We kind of rushed that snap. But, hey, regardless, Boatwright makes the kick. And it's pretty impressive for a high school kicker to kick one that far.
Yeah, credit to Hudson Register because he went up high and brought down the high snap, put it down. Brock Boatwright gets his leg through it, and it sneaks through just over the crossbar, and the Wildcats have a 30-0 lead with 2 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Kickoff here comes down around the 10-yard line. The return man for Palm Bay going to take it out across the 20 to close to the 23. They'll start it there, 1st and 10.
That looked like number 2 and number 3 for Palm Bay right there was fighting over who was going to catch the ball. And the one that didn't catch it didn't even block for the man. So
makes it tough.
Minute 51 left in the first half. 30-0 Wildcats here, man. Hey, Defense, keep playing. Don't give them anything cheap.
First down and 10 from the 23-yard line, Palm Bay. Palm Bay down 30-0 against this Wildcat football team here, and a good night for football for these Wildcats. Hudson Register having a good game. Hudson Hodges having a good game. We got a defensive score tonight. Rhett Roden with the pick 6. We got Boatwright from 45 yards out with a field goal for the Cats. So a lot of things going right for this Cat football team tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, that was Taz Kinghorn on the covers over there for Wildcats. We got a 2nd and 10.
Chase Phillips scored tonight. Hudson Hodges scored tonight. Kanias Williams scored tonight. Rhett Roden found the end zone on the defensive side of the ball, and Brock Boatwright a field goal. That's your 30 points. And the Cats, what if we get 30 more? Would that be 60 in the second half?
What's the record, Mike?
Oh, gosh. You know, it's one of those things we talked about a long time. You know, when these Wildcat programs that we've got up here, they used to have the records in the back. Yeah, used to be right there when you opened it up. You could see everything right there. So I had it right at my fingertips. But I'd have to really go back through the years. And I've got a lot of memories up here in this 28, 29 years I've been up here on the radio, Kyle. But I want to say it's somewhere around 60, 61 points, something like that. But I can't remember honestly. You know.
I'm going to think it could be the 2001 Baker County Wildcat. 62 against Fernandina. Somebody can prove it.
62 may be right. I know it's right there around that number, 60, 62. Did you know somebody on that 2007?
No, I did.
Gonzalez going to throw it, and Chase Phillips was looking for the receiver, and he goes head hunting and makes a big hit right there on the receiver. Watch out for the flag here, guys. You can celebrate it for a second, but now the official says get back on your side. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a great play by Chase Phillips. He comes up on the swing pass before this guy that caught the ball even gets his head around. He's just completely destroyed. Great play by number 1.
Good job by the white hat there, not throwing the flag on that. He probably could have for celebration, but he said, hey, just get over there to your side.
Yeah, they need to let these guys celebrate a little bit.
I mean, that was a big hit, man. You make a hit like that, you're going to be celebrating.
I agree.
Rhett Roden going to stay out there to return punts here. 51 seconds to go in the half, and they don't have any more timeouts, so this play clock is going to cost them 5, I'm afraid, Kyle.
They reset it. And if I'm them, I'd definitely kick this ball out of the
no. It goes over the punter's head out of the back of the end zone. The Wildcats are going to get a safety. So we're going to score just about every way possible here in the first half, Kyle. We've got 3 touchdowns by the offense, 1 by the defense. We've got a field goal, and now add 2 for a safety.
Yep, snap goes completely over the punter's head out of the back of the end zone there. It's 32-0 with 32 seconds left in the first half.
All right, so 2-point safety. I can't really credit that to any Wildcat. We'll just credit it to the special teams. How about that?
There you go.
Snap over the punter's head.
I wonder how many starters we're going to see in the second half. You think some of these young guys are going to get to play?
Coach Mays is going to, well, here's a couple things that you're coaching, all right? Well, we don't have 35, so I don't think you're going to see a running clock here in the second half. Typically, it's 35 points, and both coaches can agree to a running clock, so we shouldn't see that. But Coach Mays, these starters, he still wants them executing. So even though the score is 32-0 on the scoreboard right now, Kyle, there's still some things that maybe from an execution standpoint, Coach Mays may want to work on. So I'm thinking, middle part of the third quarter, maybe another series. I'm sure that he's got some things that he still wants to work out here. It's a good time to do it.
Yeah, that's a great time. You got to form an identity, man. See what you're going to be on offense for this 2024 Wildcat football team.
So, yeah, to answer your question, I think we will see a lot of guys in this game before it's over, but I bet he lets the offense stay on the field and get a couple more cracks just for the execution factor. Here we go. 32 seconds to go in the half here. It's going to be a high kickoff. Wildcats back there. Take it at the 17-yard line.
Nick Williams.
Yeah, number 11, Williams to the 35. Williams has got a hold. He's out across the 40-yard line. Williams to midfield, and he's cut down right there. A nice tackle by Palm Bay. Williams was off to the races, and he gets to the 48 of Palm Bay, and with 20 seconds to go here, are we going to try to add on?
I don't know about Coach Mays here. This is one of them situations where, hey, do you just run the clock out and go into halftime here, or do you take a shot?
Hudson Register's on the field. You know, Coach May's 20 seconds here, and, you know, you probably wouldn't even think about it without that long return, but Nick Williams gives you a long return in Palm Bay territory, so it makes you at least want to think about it.
I don't know if I wouldn't work on my little under 2-minute offense right here, man. You got 3 timeouts. See what you can do with 20 seconds from the 50.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Register in the gun. Takes a snap, straight drop. Register looking across the middle. Now he had a man deep down the right sideline. He waited a moment. Now he fires it, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Chase Phillips along that far sideline. Good throw, just a little bit out of the outstretched arms. That play took 10 seconds.
Yeah, it did. You're down to 10 seconds now. Great. I mean, really, Register threw that guy. Our guy was going to catch her. It was going to be uncatchable. So, hey, I don't know if he could. That may have been a situation, Mike, where you take off and run and get in field goal range. I mean, he had time. Held the ball again a little longer. We can't hold it that long.
Can't hold it that long. Agree. Second down play. Wildcats get everybody back on our side now, and
I bet they run it here and run the clock out.
Yeah. Second down and 10. Here we go. Register.
Chase is pretty tired. No, he's throwing
in the gun. Straight drop. Fires one across the middle. He catches Hudson Hodges there. First down, and the Wildcats are going to call a timeout, and they get the chains moving here. I don't think you're going to try a field goal from there. So, I mean, a field goal from here. They kicked a 45-yarder a minute ago, and it is going to be first down.
It'll be a 51-yard field goal from here, Mike.
I don't think they're going to try it, though, Kyle. Jackie set me straight. It was actually the 2012 Wildcat football team that scored 73 on Duval Charter.
70. Duval Charter.
Yeah,
that shouldn't even count. Ask him who was in second place.
Well, I remember that game that you're talking about, the big number on Fernandina.
It was a Monday night. It was a hurricane game. They moved to a Monday night.
Yep, I remember that. But, yeah, we had a couple of games there in that 2008 to 2012 stretch against Duval Charter, and they were a brand-new school. That's a tough one to take as your record, you know. But that's what it is, 73.
We need to get back with the programs having the records in the book, but not.
They reset this thing to 3 seconds, Kyle. So 3 seconds is on the clock. Hudson Register's in the shotgun, and we're going to have one play here before the end of the half. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Register, straight drop, looking to throw. He's got Nick Williams down the middle. He's looking to throw it. Now Register going to fire one down toward the goal line, and it's going to be incomplete. He might have caught it, but it's incomplete.
He called it.
It's not a touchdown.
He's short of the goal line. He called it at the 2-yard line.
Who is that, Roden? Rhett Roden. Rhett Roden came back, made the catch at the 2, and when I said incomplete, I mean it wasn't going to be a touchdown.
That was great throw by Register. Rolling to his right. Basically threw it off 1 foot. 40 yards, not?
Yeah, he threw it down there, and, you know, earlier he threw one down here deep in the ball game. So he's got Hudson's got a good arm. You know, I would have liked, I'm not being critical at all, but I'd like to have seen him to find one of those guys a little bit sooner right there and get rid of that thing. It looked to me like he had Nick Williams down there maybe, but either way, great half of football for the Cats, 32-0. We're going to take that halftime lead to the locker room. And when we come back, we're going to have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report, talk all things Wildcat football here. And then, Kyle, I'm going to give you a chance here. I'm going to give you the seat. You've got the seat now. It's been Gator guys for a long time here talking about college football, and now I got a Seminole guy here with me. So we're going to talk some college football as it kicks off in earnest tomorrow across the land. So I'm excited to do that with you tonight. Can't wait. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll take a 5-minute break here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Site of tonight's matchup, the Wildcats of Baker County taking on the Pirates from Palm Bay, and the Wildcats all over the Pirates tonight. It's a 32-0 score at halftime. Tell you what, this has been all Wildcats here from the get-go. The Wildcat defense came to play tonight. They've thrown a shutout here in the first half. And it finds us at the half, 32-0 on top. Kyle, just give me your final thoughts on the first half of play here tonight.
Well, like I said before kickoff, Mike, I wanted to see the defense come out, play with the same intensity, play with the same heart. Thank you, bro. No. Can you get a water? I'm sorry. We got guys bringing us. This is live radio, so you're placing orders over here. All right, but anyways, no. I wanted to see what the Wildcats could do not playing against the Bradford County team. That's a rivalry game and everything else. And I was very impressed with what they did tonight. The offense, I think, found a little identity. They ran the ball, threw the ball around a little bit, and the defense, you see the same defense you've seen last week. Yeah, I like it. I like the way they play. As long as Phillip Jackson, Seth Chestnut, Kel Cruz, Case Foster, the names just keep coming. This defense has got some players on it, and the more experience they get this year, some of these guys, game experience is not what they need, but the chemistry on that defense is going to continue to grow this year. I like the fact that our district games are, second half loaded this year. I like the opportunity for us to grow and build from where we were last week, a week ago, and just keep getting better week to week. This game is going to give these guys a lot of confidence, Kyle, and you gotta really like what you saw in the first half. Now, second half, you're probably not going to see that same intensity. These guys know they're ahead, 32-0. That's what happens in these games. But offensively, hopefully, we'll continue to work on some execution. But I love what you see. You saw. I mentioned it earlier. We've got 4 touchdowns in the first half by 4 different Wildcats. Kanias Williams. Chase Phillips. You've got Rhett Roden on defense, and then. Hudson Hodges found the end zone. So that's what you're hoping for, Mike. You're hoping the defense gives your offense time to find its footing before the district games come up. And I think that's what we're going to have to rely on. Offense has got to find identity. Defense is good enough, I think, to give us time to do that. And I'm telling you, man, you got a chance to have a really exciting year. Well, the Wildcats got good news this year when Kanias Williams he was not sure. He got his knee was cleared. He was able to come back. He was injured last year, able to come back right before the season this year, so it's great to have Kanias Williams back. You knew that was one playmaker you had. Now, the Wildcats have other playmakers. You mentioned it a while ago. Chase Phillips probably the fastest guy on the field. Davion Dean can do things with the football. You've got Nick Williams. Nick Williams has had chances here early on. And then that's not even mentioning, other guys that we saw, like Hudson Hodges, Kennedy. Sean Kennedy. That's a guy that, he looks like he can move with the football, man. He's a playmaker. They got guys to get the ball to. I think they're just trying to figure out who they are right now. And once they do, you're going to see some explosive things from this Wildcat football. Yeah, I'm with you, and I'm excited, and you and I are both here for it. Want to welcome you back into the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. My buddy Jack Baker, Justin Webb down there at Baker County Farm Bureau. Wildcat sponsor for years and years, and Jack was one of those guys out there cooking that chicken and rice. He was. I asked him if he knew Jackie was at the beach, and he just rolled his eyes. He did. He said he was supposed to be going somewhere tonight. He had to fill in for Jack. So I said, well, that's a good daddy right there. And there you go. So Jackie gets the beach. Jack's making chicken and rice. So that's all good, though, because we'll enjoy it. That's where we get out of here. Well, Kyle, I tell you, I've been excited for this moment for a while. You and me, we've sparred over the years with our conversations about teams and stuff like that. But you're a Florida State guy through and through, and I can appreciate that. There's a lot of bandwagon people. They all come in and out. There just are. You got a bunch of them Georgia Bulldogs that never knew was a Georgia Bulldog for the last 3 years. But you and I going back and having these conversations. You and I are. I go back to the early '80s with the Florida Gators. I was having this conversation with Greg Harrison the other day, and you go back to the late 90s, mid-90s, late 90s with the Knowles. So there's a lot of history there, and watching your team travel to Ireland last week to take on Georgia Tech. Now, listen, we could say all day long Georgia Tech's improved, whatever. Georgia Tech is not going to the playoffs this year, and we know that. Yeah. We can sit here and say that. What disappointed you most about your team last week? Well, first off, I'm not one to, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll eat my crow. I love my Seminoles. I've been listening to people that's been at practice. WarChamp.com. I'm reading practice reports. My brother's Kelly Davis loves a guy named TJ. So he's telling me TJ's saying we look great. We got the best offensive line and defensive line in the nation. Well, as long as TJ thinks that's what I'm telling him. So, hey, the practice reports was wrong, man. We come out. We got out-coached. We got outplayed. And we basically got manhandled on both line of scrimmages. We looked like we went to Ireland to party while Georgia Tech went to play football. Do I think Georgia Tech's a better football team than Florida State? No, I don't. But you got to show up and play every day. You got to. I mean, you got to.
We talked about this earlier on about intensity and all that other stuff. I mean, it's showing up. It's chemistry, team chemistry, all those things. But I don't know who TJ is, but you know where you saw it at, though? The Seminoles went right down the field and scored, and even threw in a 2-point conversion to start that game 8-0.
Gate, a Greg Harrison special.
I saw it, but you know what I saw that probably impressed me the most? Georgia Tech took the kickoff.
They did,
and they said, we're going right down the field.
And that's when the Seminoles, the old Seminoles, or a good Seminole football team, would have woke up and said, we're in a dogfight.
Right.
This team didn't answer the bell. This team wasn't ready to play football, and that goes on Norvell. And I like Mike Norvell. I think they got. I mean, with the 12-team playoff, you got a lot of room to answer the bell, but you can't. I mean, you put yourself in a situation where you can't lose again. You know what I mean? You really can't. I mean, it's going to be tough. You know? And you got way harder teams than Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's not going to the playoff, but they didn't answer the bell. They deserve what they got, and they got their butts beat. And, hey, do I know what to expect Monday night? I don't, but I'd expect to see a little bit more fire out of that Florida State football team, and Norvell will have them ready to play Boston College, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, Mike, when we get to it. But
the only thing I was looking for was for you to say that my prediction was accurate.
Your prediction was 3-0, I thought. Is that right?
If it's 3-0 or 31-28, what's the final score?
Yes, by 3. But hey, you was accurate. They won by 3. Hey,
okay.
Like I said, I'll eat my curry. I was wrong. I'm not sure what this Florida State football team is this year. We'll find out.
But listen, Kyle, I got to tell you a little co-op story here real fast because we talk about this. You know, listen, one of these ladies over at the co-op tried to race me this week in the line. They started this thing now where you got a line going this way and a line going this way. Well, this lady's behind me as we turn into the church. As I'm looking over there, she takes the left-hand corner. We're the only 2 cars in the church parking lot. She's trying to race me.
No.
I don't know who it was. Anyway, but that's not where I was going. Where I was going was this. Colby, my son, goes to the co-op over there, and let me tell you something. His experience at the co-op has been the most outstanding thing that I could ever ask for him. And one of his teachers, actually, I'll give them both credit. You know, Tara Roden and Katie Wilford, teachers over there at the co-op. Listen, over the years, I have had nothing but love for those ladies for what they've done for my son, and I appreciate everything they've done. But my opinion changed of Katie somewhat last year when she informed me of this Florida State Seminole love that she's got, and it really bothers me so much that she's texting you here, you know, happy that you're a Seminole on the radio. Come on.
Well, she's been listening.
Can we have that?
She's been listening to you and Jackie for a long time. I mean, y'all bleed orange and blue. That's all we hear through the airwaves of Baker County on Friday nights. And Katie's been going to Seminole games, Mike, as long as I have.
She told me this, so I learned that
from 1997, 98 probably.
Yep.
Her dad's a huge Seminole fan. But, hey, we do love our Seminoles, and she might be the only one out there I know that loves them as much as I do. So.
Nah, listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and she told me all that, and I still have a lot of love for her, but we just got to give her a little Gator love.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's all in good fun.
But she's listening in tonight. We give Katie a shout-out there. If you're listening in, that was a great interception return for Rhett earlier in the game. We hope he gets a lot more this year, too. All right, let's talk about these big games coming up tomorrow, Kyle. Clemson and Georgia, you say it's basically a Georgia home game playing in Atlanta. Noon kickoff tomorrow. It's about a 14-point spread anywhere you look. Is Georgia going to just handle them, or is this going to be a ball game?
Man, I think Dabo's reluctancy to not use the transfer portal. You know, I think he's the only team, Mike, that hasn't picked up anybody in the transfer portal. He don't believe in it. He thinks he can just do whatever Dabo does. I think he's going to find out tomorrow that the Georgia Bulldogs are way too strong for him. Bad as I hate to say it, for your boys out there and all these Georgia Bulldogs, you got real ones and you got fake ones. I got respect for the real ones. The fake ones, we'll let go. But I think Georgia wins big tomorrow. When I say big,
okay.
21 points or more.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I don't like NIL. I don't like the transfer portal. Don't get me wrong. I do think players should get compensation. I do think that there ought to be ways for guys to transfer if they're unhappy. So I'm not against either one of those things. However, the way that they're both being done right now, I'm dead set against. So I can appreciate that out of Dabo. But here's the thing. If you're going to play, you got to play by all the rules that everybody's playing by. And if you're not going to use the portal, guess what? You're going to get left behind.
Absolutely.
And you listen, it's that way. Miami's going to have 41 transfer portal guys tomorrow when they take on Florida. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, you'll see.
you leave a lot of team chemistry and other things behind when those things happen. But you tell me Georgia's going to win big, I agree with you. Let's move on. Penn State at West Virginia. This one's a little bit tougher to call. Penn State top 10 right now, but they travel on the road to West Virginia. I think it's at least an interesting game, maybe for a half. Yeah, it is. I think Penn State pulls away late, but I think it is interesting. I think you're maybe 10 to 17 points right there. I think Penn State pulls away late and wins that game. Yeah, I wrote it down just because that's one of those games I'll keep my eye on tomorrow. Notre Dame on the road tomorrow night taking on Texas A&M. This is a tough one to call. Going to College Station to start the year, the Fighting Irish, they're predicted to be tough this year. Notre Dame's got one of those schedules where they're looking to be in the playoffs this year. Yeah. Are they going to go to Texas A&M and take the 12th man down? You got Mike Elko. The guy comes from Duke. Jimbo lost his job down there, took all of Florida State's money, and got fired in, 2 years, 3 years? But I think Notre Dame knocks a newly coached Mike Elko team off at home tomorrow night, which is hard to win at Texas A&M. But I think Notre Dame's going to be a pretty good football team this year. They'll be in the playoffs. Well, I like Notre Dame to win that game tomorrow night. Texas A&M's a tough place to go, 12th man, all that stuff, and it's going to be loud tomorrow night on a Saturday night. But I like Notre Dame to win that game for some reason. I like their football team. I feel the same way. Going to be over there in Gainesville tomorrow, 3:30 at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, and the Gators. Graham Mertz, his second year over there, got a couple of new guys coming in for Florida. They've got some offensive playmakers. I don't know if their offensive line is going to be ready to go. I don't know, man. A lot of question marks about this team, but there's some confidence, too. Miami is about a 3-point favorite, depending on where you look. What do you got? Oh, man, this is a tough one, and as bad as I hate to say it, I think this might be the only time all year that Billy Napier might be the better head coach in the football game. Mario Cristobal is absolutely horrible, Mike. He's maybe the worst college. He don't even know when to take a knee. So Billy's going to have a decisive advantage for the only time this year, and I think Billy Napier's got to win tomorrow night. I mean, he needs to go, in my opinion, 7-5 to keep his job. If he don't win tomorrow night, I don't see 7 wins on his schedule. And I think Florida being at home, bad as I hate to say it, but I don't like Miami neither. But bad as I hate to say it, I think Florida squeaks one out tomorrow, 27-24 at home, and they beat Miami Hurricanes tomorrow. I tell you what, I don't know which way to go, Kyle. This is the way I was talking to Jonathan Jowers earlier down on the field before the game, and I said, there's a lot of things, NIL, transfer portal. You just don't know how these things are going to go. I'm just going to try to sit back and enjoy the football game tomorrow. I have a little bit of a good feeling about the Gators tomorrow, Kyle, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm going to say Gators by a touchdown, and we're going to leave it there. And you tell me, Monday night, Labor Day, you got Florida State, Boston College. Boston College now, listen, Boston College, they're not Georgia Tech. They're not Virginia Tech. They're Boston College. They're somewhere in the middle, I would say, between those teams. Every now and then they're going to play you tough. What do you got? I think Norvell rights the ship, gets his guys back ready to play. They got a quarterback, Mike. He can run, man. And he's probably one of the best running quarterbacks in the nation. We got to slow that down. I think Florida State wins 31-21. They don't cover the spread. I think the spread's 15. And if I was a betting man and I wanted to bet, I would throw my money on Boston College plus 15. Now, I'm a little bit older now. My memory doesn't always hold true like it used to, but I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it Boston College that took Florida State to the wire last year? Yeah, they did. Now, where is this game at Monday? This is in Tallahassee. Okay. Monday. So the crowd will be in the favor of I'll take the Seminoles by 14. How about that? Well, they don't cover with 14. So, hey, if you're a betting man, throw your money on Boston College plus 15. All right, Kyle, it's been good talking some college football with you here. I'm looking forward to seeing how these games play out this weekend. But really, most importantly, Kyle, I'm just looking forward to watching some college football tomorrow. Yeah, great day of college football tomorrow, man. You couldn't ask for a better week one in college football. I think everybody's excited for it. Some good games this week. It would be great if Clemson got that win. What do you think? Yeah, they'd have a lot to talk about next week, Roy. I don't think it's going to happen. All right, we're going to get set to start the second half here. I want to thank Jack Baker and those guys, Justin Webb down there, Baker County Farm Bureau, for all they do for Wildcat football. We really appreciate it and appreciate them being here, part of the Baker County Wildcat halftime show. Wildcats 32, Palm Bay nothing. We're going to get the second half kickoff, and Chase Phillips has taken it out to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Chase Phillips still on his feet. Second half kickoff. Chase Phillips down the sideline. He had one man to beat over there, Kyle, and Chase Phillips is going to get tackled at the 23, but what an electric return for Phillips. Yeah, he's a playmaker, Mike. I wouldn't kick it to him anymore if I was Palm Bay, man. He's something special with the ball in his hand.
I tell you what, Kyle, I thought he was going to get a touchdown there, and then I was going to be able to say we had a rushing touchdown, passing touchdown, defensive touchdown, safety, field goal, and a kickoff return, but we didn't quite get it.
A little bit of it all.
But great return by Chase Phillips. Wildcat offense is in business, and we will send Register out there to start the second half. 3 receivers to the right side, Davion Dean, Hudson Hodges, and Nick Williams to the right now. Williams goes in motion. Register calls for the football, going to give it off. Keyshawn Kennedy's got a hold. He's up the middle down to the 15-yard line, and he's going to pick up close to the first down yardage here after the second half kickoff.
Kennedy runs hard, Mike. Do you know what grade he's in?
I do not. I told you they used to give us a ton of information on these rosters, Kyle. The information has stopped.
Yeah. I like him with the ball in his hands, though. He hits the hole very hard.
He's a playmaker. He gets the ball. No, Hudson fakes it to Keyshawn Kennedy, and Hudson's going to fight ahead to close to the 10-yard line. Little read play in the middle that time, and Register called his own number down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Quiet crowd here tonight, Kyle. I know they've seen some good Wildcat football, but, you know, when you're on the field, this is a question I'm going to ask you in just a second. 2nd down and 5, your thoughts on this. 2nd down and 5, 2 receivers to the right. Wildcats come in a jet sweep motion, and Register fakes the jet sweep motion, calls his number again down to the 6-yard line, a 4-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah.
Just thinking back to your days, you feed off the energy from the crowd, right? How tough is it for these guys to play right now with very little crowd noise?
Well, I think it's absolutely different. It's a lot easier to get up when the crowd's electric and everything's pumping and everything's going. It's a lot easier to get up and play football. It's a good play by Palm Bay, number 8 right there on Kennedy.
3rd down handoff. Kennedy gets it in the backfield, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to send Boatwright in to kick the field goal.
Yeah. But it is, Mike. That's a great point. That's hard. This place is dead right now. It's 32-0. I mean, it's hard for as players to keep the same intensity.
Yeah, and I mean, there's people here. They're milling about. They're getting their nachos and they're having fun. People talking with each other, but just the excitement behind the football game and hanging on every play. That's not happening right now. Not to the Wildcat fans, dismay or anything. This is just something that happens in football. Boatwright kicks one up here, and this is going to be good. Another field goal. That's 2 field goals tonight for Boatwright. This one from 24 yards. Palm Bay was celebrating, but I don't think they realized that it went through there. Maybe they were celebrating we didn't score a touchdown.
What is that, 35? 35, nothing, right, Mike?
35.
They got the scoreboard pulling me out there. It's saying 40 right now.
40's not right. It was 32-0 at halftime. Plus 3 makes it 35, so it should be 35-0 Cats. As Boatwright now 2 for 2 on field goals tonight and 3 for 4 on extra points tonight.
Yeah, this Wildcat team's got a kicker this year, guys. If we need to kick it, we can kick it. We can absolutely kick it. We got a running clock now, Mike.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Next week, Kyle, we're going to take it on the road. We're going to go to Ponte Vedra. We'll take on the Sharks over there. We'll have to check the score and see how they're doing tonight. But last week they took a tough loss to Nice, 24-7. But this Wildcat confidence train, we've got to keep it moving. The next 2 weeks on the road, we're going to go to Ponte Vedra next week, and then on the road to First Coast High School the week after that. And then back at home against Baldwin to close out the first half of the season in a few weeks. And, Kyle, this is the one thing you're going to learn by being up here with me on the radio. They're going to take the kickoff from around the 10-yard line. The return man comes back across the 20. He's going to be hit right there at the 22, 23.
Kale Cruz on the tackle there. I don't know how much longer I'll leave my starters in.
Yeah, this is the one thing you're going to learn being up here on the radio with me. Now, we started a couple weeks ago in Lake Butler, and this is game 2 of the regular season. Well, before you know it, we're going to be at week 7. I mean, it just happens so fast. And before you know it, you're looking at, week 7, week 8, and so while it's early right now, these weeks, they just tick by fast, and before you know it, the whole season, it's kind of like, as a Seminole fan, before you know it, you're looking up and it's November, and you're thinking,
it flies by.
Deal. It flies by. So
I was telling somebody the other day, when you're in high school, it seems like it takes forever for a day to get over.
Right.
The older you get, man, it flies.
First down and 10, Palm Bay. They've got Fider back in there at quarterback. He's going to fire one underneath here as he was pressured in the backfield. Phillips Jackson in there. I agree with you at some point, especially if it's going to be a running clock. You may as well go ahead and get the starters out and get as many new guys as you can in there, and you're going to see that now. Coach sending in some new guys for Wildcats. Let me get a number here. 45. I got 45 checking in. That's Chris Fraze. Chris Fraze checking in for the Wildcats, and Davion Dean going to check out. A couple of the guys off the defensive line going to check out. We'll get some new guys coming in, but big lead now, 35-0 for the Cats. Kyle, I'm looking forward to next week.
It's like you're looking forward to them nachos right now, Mike, but I am too. They look good. Who did Ponte Vedra play tonight? Do you have any idea?
Well, I checked the schedule earlier. I'll have to check it again. Where did these nachos come from? Do you know?
I don't know. Some guy from I don't know who brought them to us. We got to find out. I think you were talking to him. Well, I know, in the middle of the live radio show.
It's just a live broadcast, that's all. I mean, the good news is you can pretty much say anything up here, and if they're sitting at home listening, they don't know if it's true or not. There you go. That's the secret of radio.
I don't know. There's a lot of fact checkers on these radios. We get a pile of texts every night when we say something they don't think's true.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it looks like we got a few subs in now, Mike, but still some starters in the game.
Yeah, I still see a few starters. They're scattered in there. I see number 7 over here on the side. That's Miles Capers getting into the ball game for the Cats. Number 16 back here in the secondary. That's Robert Chick in there for the Wildcat secondary. 35. Let me see if I got a 35. I do. That's Kyler Varnum. Kyler Varnum checking in there for the Cats. So we got some of these young guys checking in there. I tell you what, defense doing a job tonight. A 0 on the board for Palm Bay so far. 5:56 to go, third quarter. Timeout, 35-0 Wildcats. And tell you what, Kyle, with timeout on the field, we're going to take a timeout with 2 minutes. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. John Meadows will send it back to you. 2-minute timeout. We're going to bring it back here in a minute. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB. Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Four minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter here. The Wildcats of Baker County on top, 35-0 over the Palm Bay Pirates. Palm Bay Pirates with the football now, facing a fourth down. They're going to have to punt it away again, and Rhett Roden's going to be back here to return the punt for the Cats. Good news, folks. The Wildcats on top by 35. Even better news, we've got a running clock here, Kyle, and you and me might get home and watch some more of this football that's on tonight. There was a couple of good games on tonight.
Yep. And hey, it's all setting everything up for tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's a great goal was blocked.
Almost. Owen Hodges came through the line and had a chance to get a block there, and luckily he didn't get that roughing the kicker called in.
No, he tipped the ball that night, so it wasn't going to get called roughing. He did touch the ball.
At least we think he did, right?
Yeah. So Ponte Vedra, our opponent next week, Mike, is tied 14-14 right now. It looks like with Bartram Trail. So it'll be a good test next week over there in Ponte Vedra. Yeah, I'm sure they'll bring out a crowd. It'll be our first road trip besides going to Lake Butler for the kickoff classic.
Well, and this is one of those things that you ask yourself. That's why I say it takes 2 or 3 weeks to shake out, right? Because you know that Ponte Vedra, they've got quality kids over there, right? And then you know that Bartram Trail's got quality kids, right? So if they're in a 14-14
side, that what that tells me early on is Nice must be really good.
Yep.
Right? That's what that tells me.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it could be a down year for Bartram Trail, and it could be a down year for Ponte Vedra, but we don't know that. So the coaches will watch the film this week. You and I will talk to some coaches. We'll get out to practice once or twice this week, and we'll find out. We'll take it on the road next week, and we'll have some fun. That's a place that, to be honest with you, I think we might have called a game there one time. That's about it.
I can tell you about what I see, Mike. You can expect this Wildcat defense to show up, and if they do that, that'll keep us in the ballgame.
What's the old saying, Kyle? Defense
wins championships, Mike.
No, defense travels, Kyle.
Defense travels. They travel, too.
First down play, new quarterback in the ball game for the Wildcats and a new running back. We've got new quarterback Walker Mallory in there for the Cats, and he handed it off to Delano Ruiz, number 20 in there for the Cats.
Yeah, Delano's brother played for me, man. He's a heck of a football player. Detron Ruiz, he's on the middle school team right now. He's going to be the next star coming through this program.
I'll give you a little bit of Wildcat nostalgia here. That quarterback right there, Walker Mallory, the son of Marcus Mallory. Some people might have called him Buffy back in 1989. If you ever saw the Final Countdown video, that's Buffy Mallory, the Wildcat quarterback.
Everybody's seen that.
Everybody's seen it. And Buffy was the Wildcat quarterback at that time, that 1989 district champion Wildcat team at that time, the first Wildcat district championship that the Wildcats had at that time. And if you go over there to that cat house over there, Kyle, you can start to see some of those things play out. We've got district championships over there, regional championships, Final Four appearances, and then the state playoff appearance over to the far right-hand side. But Buffy Mallory probably, if you go back through the list of names, top 2 or 3 quarterback in Wildcat football history for sure. Some may say the best, right? Played with Danny Green, Coach Harrison back in the day. A good friend of mine, and Buffy Mallory, that's his son, Walker. I think his youngest son.
It is.
Out there.
Well, yeah, Buffy, everybody heard about Buffy, and everybody's watched the video, like he said. But he probably is the best quarterback that's ever played here.
Third down play, third down. We'll mix up on the snap, and it's going to be Palm Bay in the backfield. And that's one of those things. You get these young guys in there, and they can work some things out. So they had a good job on first down, but then on second and third down, they kind of went backwards, and they had some snap issues. So they'll get on the sideline, work that out, and maybe we'll see Mallory again on the next possession.
Yeah, can't do anything without the first night. You got to have the snap before you can do anything else.
I'll give you some Buffy Mallory trivia that I bet you didn't know. I was in his wedding.
Really?
Absolutely. Buffy Mallory married Claudette Walker and Glen Baptist Church, same place that John Meadows is manning our radio broadcast from tonight. It was right there in Glen Baptist Church, and I'm gonna guess a year. Let's see. I graduated high school in 1991, Kyle. So now you can tell how old I am. Buffy graduated high school in 1990, but I think it was a couple of years later before Claudette graduated. So let me just think here. If I put the numbers together and compute everything, I'll say it was around 1996. 96? Maybe. Somebody will tell me I was wrong, but I'm going to guess that was sometime around when they got married.
If that was the case, that'd be a good year for you. You won Florida won that year.
That's right. But I want to say it was about that time. If you compute all the facts,
I'm still trying to figure out how Buffy put you in the wedding.
Yeah, who knows? First down handoff here for Palm Bay, and look at that, Kyle. They're going to get a first down.
Yeah, we got a bunch of young guys in the game right now, which they need to play in time, man. Get them the reps, too. It's 35-0 with a running clock now.
They're going to spot the ball out here to the 39-yard line. It'll be second down for Palm Bay, or first down and 10 for Palm Bay. We'll get back to calling this game instead of talking about other stuff. We get talking about other stuff, we'll never even know the game's happening behind us. Here we go, first down play. They're going to hand it off to the running back. He's going to get across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. And you can tell we got a little bit of inexperience out there right now. So tell me what's happening with the defense here.
That was Kyler Varnum on the tackle. We just got a bunch of young guys in the game. Their starters are still in the game. Palm Bay is just trying to get on the board tonight. That's a long bus ride back to Palm Bay.
You got that right.
With a 0 on the board.
Tyrell Jackson checks into the game. 33, Anthony Williams checks into the game. Many of these young guys that we can get, we'll let you know. First down play, they're going to toss one back here to the running back.
Got a flag down.
Wildcats did a good job in pursuit to start with, but then the back gets away from them, and there's a flag down, like you said, so we'll have to check that flag.
Mike Landers on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Mike Landers.
Good to see some of these young guys get out here. That play, by the way, ended the third quarter, John. So after we get this penalty call, we'll send it back to you for the third quarter break. 35-0 Wildcats lead here at Memorial Stadium. And now we're going to wave the flag off. So that's going to end the third quarter. No flag. When we come back, we're going to have the fourth quarter and more Wildcat football here on WFBB. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinChevy.com.
Come on.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
And we bring you back here to the fourth quarter tonight, Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis bringing you all the action. Baker County Wildcats 2024. Third game of the year. The Wildcats opened up in the preseason kickoff classic a couple weeks ago over at Lake Butler. And then we had Bradford here for the first regular season game last week. And now week number 2 of the regular season at home against Palm Bay, and a 35-0 Wildcat lead right now. Palm Bay with the football, 3rd down and 5. Looking across the middle, he's got a catch made by his receiver, and Palm Bay is going to get a first down here inside the Wildcat 35-yard line. That was number 3, Jaden Howard, on the catch.
Yeah, Palm Bay's doing their best to put some points on the board right now, Matt, against this young Wildcat defense.
Well, they got shut out last week, 44-0. Right now they're down 35-0 in a game that could have been a lot worse than 35-0. And they don't want 2 weeks of shutout.
No, they're looking for the first points of the season. They're looking hard.
Yeah, you talked about pride. You know that even though Palm Bay is losing this game and they're not going to win here tonight, they want to put a ball in the end zone. The fighter's going to run this one over there to around the 27, 28-yard line.
Miles Capers on the tackle for the Wildcats.
There's 2 things going against Palm Bay on scoring that touchdown. One of them is clock. The other one is the fact that the Wildcats, these young guys, for a minute, they're going to think about this for a minute. They're going to think, we don't want to be the ones to give up the points here. So let's see what happens. 2nd down and 3. Fighter is in the game for Palm Bay. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd down play. He drops straight back, throws one across the middle. He's got a catch made inside the 10. And he's got a catch down to the 3-yard line, and that was number 1, Larry Johnson. Frederick on the catch.
That's a great throw by Fighter up the seam right there, man. He had to make a perfect throw. It was covered well by the Wildcats.
Dual Fighter Jr., number 8, quarterback right now for Palm Bay. And now they set up 1st and goal from the Wildcat 4-yard line.
I'd look for Fighter to keep it himself here.
Fighter fakes the handoff, runs straight up the middle against the Wildcats, and guess what? Palm Bay has put a score on the board. Give them 6.
They did. First points of the year for Palm Bay, but hey, it's against this young Wildcat defense that needs some reps, man. It's good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, somebody's going to say, well, why did we let them score? Yeah, well, they didn't watch the game, didn't they? That's right, Kyle. Palm Bay now, they're going to send in number 14 to try the extra point. This is Luis Martinez. He's been doing the punting tonight. Left footer. The snap is back. The set down is good, and the kick is right down the middle, and it's 35-7. Wildcats over Palm Bay. So now the Wildcats will get a chance on offense again. Maybe we'll get to see young Walker Mallory one more time. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Mike. We can get the snap figured out and see what he can do. Well, now, what grade is Walker Mallory in? I think he's a sophomore, Mike, but they don't tell us on these rosters. No, I told you, there's no information. All we get is a name and a number. We need to get with Coach Mays about these rosters because we can get some. We went to Live Oak one time. Let me tell you, we went to Live Oak one time. They gave us a roster. The roster has the name, the height, the weight, what grade they were in, and then you know what else they gave us, Kyle? They gave us a depth chart. Listen, we got name and number. Come on. Yeah, we need to do better at that. Coaches got to do better. I got to talk to Coach Mays about that. What do you think? I'm going to let you do that. Let me know how that goes, but I would like to have. Then we need a depth chart right here. I don't think it's going to matter what I say to him. I don't think it's going to change, Kyle. We're just talking big on the radio. Right? There you go. But if we had like a sports information office or something like that where we could request something. Wildcats going to get the kickoff here, take it around the 10-yard line. This is going to be Chase Phillips. And Chase Phillips is going to bring it back around the 30-yard line, and the Wildcats will have it first down and 10 there. And we'll see this Wildcat reserve lineup come back in here, and I do see number 12, Walker Mallory, coming back into the ball game. It's been a long time since we saw Mallory at quarterback for the Wildcats. Good to see. So we got Trav Mitchell and Delanio Ruiz at running back for the Wildcats. Mitchell and Ruiz, left and right of the quarterback. I see Hudson Hodges is checking in there with this group, and Chase Phillips is checking in there with this group. You got Nick Williams out wide up top. So Williams, Hodges, and Chase Phillips. Mallory in the shotgun from the 30-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 15 on the play clock. Mallory calls for the football. Going to hand it off. Good run here. Going to get out across the 30 to the 32-yard line before they get pushed back. Give him 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 7. I see old young Grayson Thriss out there, man. There you go. He is a freshman. Officer Gray's grandson. Officer's grandson, Nate Thriss's son. He's another future star. I'm telling you, it's number 71. Number 71. He's absolutely going to be a future star in this Wildcat program. I like seeing old Grayson out there. Oscar Gray, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning. He's one of our Wildcat sponsors right here on WFBB. Mallory calls for the football, second down and 7. It's an inside give. No, Mallory fakes the handoff to the running back. He keeps it himself, runs back to the line of scrimmage. And number 21 just wanted to throw him down there toward the end, but it'll be third down and about 7. It gave him a yard on the play, 3rd and 6. Let's see if Walker can. I'm letting him throw the ball here, Mike. I'd love to see it. Left-handed quarterback. His dad was a left-handed quarterback. Is a left-handed quarterback, I should say. He's not playing quarterback anymore, but I'm sure he can still throw. He's still left-handed, though. I know that for sure. Third down and 7. Mallory in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mallory, bad snap again. He's had, I'll say this from Walker Mallory. He's had a couple of possessions out there tonight, but he hadn't gotten he might have gotten a good snap half the time. Yep. So they got to work on that. Yep. Got to work on that. So 4th down now for the Cats. They'll have to punt it away again. Jackie corrected me and told me that Walker is a junior. So Walker Mallory Jr. on this football team. Good to see him get some playing time tonight. Jackie's he's at Crescent Beach, and he's still tuned in over here. We're in the 4th quarter with a running clock. He gets one vacation in 10 years, and he's correcting us on the radio. If he loves it that much, why ain't he here? That's another question. Look at that. Brock Boatwright just kicked one from the 25 all the way down there to the 15-yard line. My goodness, and on a spiral. Now we got to
special leg down there as a specialist for us this year.
Mike Rogers said, you know, his dad, Steve, was over there at Baldwin. He used to be, I guess, a player over there at Baldwin. There's some boat rights over there in that community, and maybe Steve and Brock working on some things here. Maybe he's got a future ahead of him kicking the football. I tell you what, he's got a leg for sure.
No doubt.
3:55 to go in the football game, and Kyle, it's been fun here with you tonight, but we always in these games when it's lopsided, it's tough. It's tough on the radio, guys. We got to try to keep it focused in between the lines. Palm Bay's got the football. They'll have a first down and 10 from the 24. What's Palm Bay got to do to get back in this game, Kyle?
They better go get back on the bus. This one's over, but it looks like they're bringing in some subs now, Mike, so they are throwing in the white towel.
I think they wanted to get that score on the board for sure.
They've changed the whole offensive line. The quarterback's still in.
Yeah, Fighter stays in the ball game. Wildcats still with some young guys out there on defense, and 3:55 to go. It's been a good night. Wildcats going to get a win here and even up their record to 1-1 on the year, which is the most important thing that we needed tonight, because confidence, Kyle, as we head to Ponte Vedra next week, is going to be exciting. I think they go by the Sharks over in Ponte Vedra.
They do, Mike. That was Christian Chauncey on the tackle, number 50 for the Wildcats. Yeah, the Sharks. It's going to be a tough test over there. You're going to their place. I'm sure the crowd's going to be a little into it. So we'll see if our defense can show up again, and then give our offense time to find our footing and see what we can do next week.
Well, with the defensive scheme the Wildcats have and the playmakers on that side of the ball, I look for us to be on the rest of our schedule. As I look down the rest of our schedule, I look for us to be in every game. I mean, defense is going to keep us in every game. As the offense continues to build and grow, you like what you saw here in the first half and the start of the second half with this Wildcat offense. You like it. So start to see those things week in, week out. This team builds the confidence that they need. I like it. Let's see how it plays out next week.
Number 40, man, Tyrell Jackson. Did you see the play he just played?
I saw it. He got in the backfield and threw him down.
He looks like a player, too.
Third down play for Palm Bay. Quarterback Fighter rolling to his right, looking for a receiver. It's going to be thrown. I'm not sure which guy he was trying to hit, but either one of them he missed. So it's third down incompletion. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to either try for it or punt it away. Mike Landers was on the coverage that time for the Caps.
Yeah, we got the running clock going, getting down close to 2 minutes now, Mike. They're going to let it run down and punt it away, I'm sure.
Did you know any Florida State guys that spent a lot of money to go to Dublin last week?
No, I didn't. I'm sure glad that we didn't.
I'd love to hear how, that just ruined your whole trip when your team loses.
Well, that ruined my whole Saturday, and I was right here in Baker County. So I'm sure glad I wasn't in Ireland.
It gave me something to smile about, but I didn't say much because I knew Florida starts next week or tomorrow, and they got Miami. I didn't say much. I didn't give you a hard time, did I? Except for the 3 to. I gave you the 3. I told you.
You texted me Saturday, in case you forgot.
I did, but I was just making sure you remembered my prediction.
No.
But I told you it was tough, right? Didn't I say that?
It was tough to watch, huh?
Tough. We're going to get a punt return here by number 20 for the Cats. That's Delano Ruiz in there, young guy. Clock stops with 2 minutes to go, and the Wildcats will get one more chance on offense here. This is going to be a end-over-end kick. It's going to hit around the 45-yard line. Ruiz,
he wanted to pick it up, didn't
he? He did. He wanted to run with that punt, but Palm Bay is going to down it at the 46-yard line. And we might have, with the running clock here, Kyle, we might either just take a knee or we might run a play or two. What do you do?
I think I'll kneel it out here. We'll see what we do there.
Well, John, I'm going to let you know this. We've said about all we can say tonight. The Wildcats 35 and Palm Bay 7. I'm pretty sure, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure kickoff next week, Kyle, is going to be 6:30. Duval County game, 6:30 kickoff next week against Ponte Vedra. I may be wrong on that. I may be right. I don't know. I got to check on that during the week, but just stay tuned to WFBB on Facebook. Stay tuned to Wildcat Boosters on Facebook. They'll keep you in the know of the time for next week's game. Wildcats will just take a knee here. So, John, we're going to play it out to the end here, and then we're going to send it back to you in the studio.
and get out of here. 35-7, the Wildcats are going to get a win, even up the season to 1-1.
Yep, looking forward to next week, Mike. It's going to be a big test going to Ponte Vedra. We'll see what these Wildcats are about, and I'm sure they'll be ready to play. Coach Mays will have them ready to play, and I can't wait to be there.
I can't wait to be there either. Now, the schedule that I have here doesn't have the times on there, so it just says next week, the first game in September at Ponte Vedra. So
there's one thing about it, Mike. If we're there at 6:30, we'll be there at 7 o'clock.
Well,
we'll be on time.
Somebody told me that the game was at 6:30, so I'm going to have to check that to be correct. But just pay attention to the Facebook. Word of mouth here, you'll get the information somewhere. But next week at Ponte Vedra, we look forward to it, and we're going to be there and rooting these Wildcats on. A couple keys that I'll tell you, Kyle, as we head to next week. Like you said earlier, we said it a number of times so far this year. Defensive intensity, show up to play next week. If the defense shows up, the Wildcats are going to be in the game. I like the fact that we've got a lot of different guys on offense that are touching the football. I think that's going to be key to keeping folks off balance on their defense and give this young offensive line a chance to kind of come together and gel and give Register some time later on in the year. Have a good night.
Yeah, that's a good thing, Mike. That's a good thing about having the district games late. So, hey, defense carry your offense to it. Finds, like I said, finds its identity, what it wants to do on offense, and I think we're going to be fine, man. I'm looking forward to next week.
Want to thank all the Wildcat fans for listening in tonight across the way. Congratulations to Coach Mays and the Wildcats. First win of 2024 comes tonight. 1-1, the Wildcats record improves, and next week we'll take it on the road against Ponte Vedra down there in Shark Country, I guess you'd call it, Kyle. Wildcats versus Sharks. What do you think would happen in real life, Wildcat and Shark? I don't guess that could happen. I don't know. Can a
Wildcat swim?
I don't know. No. Cats don't really like the water.
You can tell we're out of things to talk about tonight. Hey, great win for the Wildcats. Hey, we'll look forward to next week. I think next week will be a big test, and it'll show everybody where this Wildcat team's really at.
We hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. A lot of college football to watch this weekend, so I hope that you have fun and be safe wherever you are. And now, Wildcats 35, Palm Bay 7. We're going to send it back to the station, and we'll just say good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next week from Ponte Vedra High School.
Living life together.